Hey, what's up, kiddos? This is RK Slade coming at you with another episode of Let's Play Minecraft. We are rocking episode number 8 today, and we are going to talk about Drumline. We're going to talk about percussion. So we are just getting started here. And last episode, we were digging in the mines, making our way down to the lower parts of this world. We are playing a vanilla spawn here. And so, gosh, for the first 6 or 7 episodes, even into this episode, we're just working on kind of getting set up in this world. I play from sun up to sundown in the world of Minecraft, and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. I think I am scouting out this area for some farm animal places, and so I am actually going around to look to see if I can find definitely some cows there. Plenty of cows close, so I can probably easily get some cows to come on back with me. But for the time being, I think I'm actually just going to explore a little bit and see what's around here. See if I can find some chickens and pigs and sheep, just see where everything is. Just kind of scope the layout of the land. But anyways, today's episode is all about percussion. And there's definitely a lot of things we could say about the percussion section. A lot of good. And for sure, everybody knows that percussion section is actually made up of smaller subsections. So we've got the snare line, the tenors or the quads, and quints, even, I guess some folks would call them, if there's 5. And then we've got the cymbal line, the bass drum line, and also the front ensemble. And there are not many left, but there are still some bands that actually use marching keyboard instruments like your glockenspiel, xylophones, those type of things. And so we will just kind of lump everybody together for today's episode. Don't want to fall down in that hole there. And we'll come back. Obviously, I've got a lot of playing to do and can find a whole lot of time to do some individual sub-section features for the drumline. But today is for all of you drumline folks. We love you. You are the cadence and the heartbeat of our marching bands and corps. And so without you, we would just be a bunch of musicians. Ho ho, ba-doom pa. Sorry, I went ahead and started with the jokes. But anyways, let's talk a little bit about drumline as I kind of run around crazy, just trying to scope out the land. You can say a whole lot about the drumline, like I said, but basically, high school marching bands and college marching bands, you've got drum corps, drum and bugle corps, kind of the traditional brass bands, parade bands, indoor percussion ensembles. Those are all examples of drumline. But we're going to divide the drumline up into kind of 2 categories, and we have the battery, which is the subsections that actually march on the field and they move around, and that's usually going to be like the snare line, the tenors, the bass drums, and the cymbals. And then we have the front ensemble, also called the pit percussion. And so the front ensemble basically can include any percussion instrument, and sometimes they actually will use some stringed instruments like bass guitars and guitars, and keyboard instruments like electronic keyboards and synthesizers and such. And excuse me. So drum lines have been around forever. Obviously, marching drums have a long and storied history with military, in the military and on the battlefield, and it's kind of hard to pin down an actual the first Drumline was so and so, but they've really been around for a long time. So, um, anyways, we love drum lines, love the percussion section, and we're gonna head on over into. Just grab some wool and mutton here. Just kind of blobbity blobby, just playing and walking around here. Here, sheepy, sheepy. Um, but anyways, I don't know why I'm doing this. I have a little gray sheep. Oh, there you are. Hey, buddy. See you later. But yeah. So let's um, let's do some jokes. I kind of already did this one, but we'll actually do it officially. I kind of worked it into my talk spontaneously. But what do you call someone who hangs out with musicians? A percussionist. Wah, wah. What did the percussionist get on his IQ test? Drool. Da-doom. Cha. How do you know when a percussionist is knocking at your door? The knock always slows down. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, so these jokes are funny and little punny and a little corny. But I'm a trumpet player, so I have to admit I've always been envious of the drumline. Those guys are really cool. I have a lot of drumline friends, and they were always the cool crew. And of course, the trumpets we know we're cool too. I think if we had to have a contest to see who had the biggest ego, I'm not really sure who would win. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Trumpets versus percussion. Not a fight, just an ego contest. But anyways, if you want to check out some cool drumline stuff, obviously you can go into YouTube and just type in percussion, marching percussion, drumline. But I like to go to Vic Firth's page. They do a lot of cool stuff, and just recently they've been featuring, in the last couple of months, the WGI World Championship stuff. And so a couple of my favorite shows are the Stryke Percussion show. Enjoy that. And then Atlanta Quest, which is kind of in my neighborhood. They did a show called Super. I really enjoy that. So those are two that you can check out. Definitely enjoy that. But I am just collecting resources here, taking down some trees. So my plan is, I haven't really been talking about it as I'm playing, but my plan is to build some corrals, some fences. So I'm collecting some wood to get that going. And I'm going to run out of time, I know for sure, to build some corrals and then bring some animals back. But in the next episode, I'll actually start kind of bringing some animals back to the farm, to the homestead. So that's kind of what it is. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that has been reading my young adult fiction over on Wattpad. I really appreciate it. Got some great feedback over there. User RK Slade, the story is Just Rigby, a marching band story. You can check that out. And then, of course, you can find just kind of our hub. There's a couple of hub sites that we have, but they all kind of work together to make one big hub, and that's marchingbandisawesome.com. And then, of course, there's facebook.com/mymarchingbandisawesome. And you can just go to Facebook and search Marching Band is Awesome, and we'll pop up. It's usually the first page that shows up. And then Instagram, you can search Marching Band is Awesome, or just go direct marching_band_is_awesome. And got some great communities over there. it's kind of the off season, so I've been the last couple of months I've been posting a lot of um, just kind of quick little video clips and GIFs, and uh, I love to feature picks from band camp and marching season. So as we move more into that time of year, we'll start doing a little bit more users submissions and features and stuff like that. But if you have any cool band picks, just come over on Instagram, shoot me a direct message, and I try to feature everything that comes in unless it's just terrible. And most picks that I get are really good. They're really cool. I love band selfies. I love group picks. I love, if you can even get action picks. Obviously, you're probably not taking them yourself on the field, but if somebody else in the stands is taking pictures of you and, you got some pretty good shots, I'd love to feature them. So, I'm kind of tired. I don't know if you can tell this episode. I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit more low key, and I'm not a super high key person anyway. So when I'm feeling low key, I'm really low key. My voice turns into like NPR radio host mode. And we got about 20 seconds left here on the show. It's nighttime. Here comes the drums coming in. Shout out to the Drumline. MarchingBandIsAwesome.com. We'll see you next episode.